Autumn's
Welcome
Way
back to
through.
Healing with Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
What's going down, Miss Peg?
Hello, hello, DJ B Lethal. Here we are, sir. It's Tuesday night doing what we do, sir. Again, DJ B Lethal. So I just want to start out and say welcome everybody to the show. But I want to shout out to you, DJ B Lethal, for all of your hard work, sir, for everything you do for Autumn's Way. We greatly appreciate you, sir. We're on the B-sides tonight, and we're from Columbus, Ohio, thanks to DJ B Lethal. I just had to put that out there, sir.
Yeah, I know.
You are just greatly appreciated, and I would not be here, sir, without you doing what you do. So again, we thank you.
Well, thank you, Miss Peg, for coming back every week, continuing to do what you do.
Well, we just trying to do what we do. Again, everybody, hey y'all, I'm Miss Peg. I'm Autumn's mom, and we are healing through Autumn's Way. We're from Columbus, Ohio, and we've been here for 5 years now, doing just what we do. Autumn's Way Through, we are a community platform. Autumn's Way, we talk about things that sometimes people, they don't want to talk about it, but it has to be talked about. We lost Autumn April the 10th in 2012 due to heroin and fentanyl, and there were other drugs in her system. 3 years after she passed, I just knew that we had to do something. Our communities, drugs are the #1 killer in the United States. Not cancer, heart attacks, none of that. And cancer is cancer is killing people, but some of the chemos, this is provenly scientifically, this is just my opinion. Anyone, if you need a professional, we can get you one ASAP, like right now. Anyone out there, we just want people to know that if you are struggling with addiction, that you're not alone. If you're struggling with mental issues, domestic violence, injustices, that you're not alone. We, Autumn's Way, proud to say we have made a network, and we are continuing to make a network of people, and we have all the way across the United States. We have security in the building with us every week, and that is the one and only Charlie. Charlie has been with us and has supported Autumn's Way. Me and Charlie, well, he's just my brother from another. He has supported me from day one, and we have been family for over 10 years. And it's the families, the connections that we make along the way to let people know that they are not alone. Like I said, when we lost Autumn, when she passed and was taken and murdered by the drugs, even though it's hard to say, this is the truth, it was the choice that my daughter, that Autumn, made. The choices, because she knew not to do these drugs. She knew not to shoot nothing into her arms. She knew that. She had just been with this guy for about 2 months. And then 4 years to the day, he overdosed and he passed away as well. My daughter was not the only young person to pass away. She passed away 17 days after her 24th birthday. And as time went on, I just knew our communities, our families, children, the children are the ones that are suffering. We have young children dying and overdosing. Not their fault. We had a beautiful mother on last week, Miss Ashley. Justice for Cash. He's only 3 years old, and he was overdosed, and you might as well say the baby was murdered. His mother was on. We are going to support her because they were 4 adults in that home, and no one was arrested. I was going out into the streets and helping people. I almost got carjacked. They almost took my car. I had to drive off. It's been a number of things. I continue to work with harm reduction. Shout out to harm reduction for all the work that they do. Any and everyone, please carry Narcan. If you see someone that may be in distress, you do not have to physically do anything. Just call 911. Please don't be one of those people that stop and take pictures and take a video and put it on social media. Please call 911. And if anyone is struggling with mental health issues, please call 988 immediately. That is the SAMHSA hotline number. Someone will answer immediately. They will help you. It's, yes, 988. That number is life-saving. I post it on all my social medias. I'm just, seems like I can't get enough knowledge, because knowledge is power. Medicine, music is medicine. And the medicine that we have, most of it's not. I mean, this is just my opinion again. So we're just talking, and I'm allowed to say what I want, right? We're supposed to, right? That is one of our great amendments. But still, sometimes we have to be careful with what we say because, well, we could be in trouble. But here we can pretty much say what we want. Again, I want to thank everyone. I do speak my mind, and I hope that everyone else does too. But the injustices that are being done to so many people, hundreds and thousands of people, they want to blame so many, and so much is going on. and so much is being forced for us to do. The networks that we are building, the communications are open. We're opening up phone waves, radio waves. Again, y'all can find us on the Zeno app, online radio box. We are on the B-Sides, and we are here every Tuesday night. And again, like I said, it takes a community. It takes people to absolutely speak up, to absolutely want to do something in order for anything to be done. I want to thank everyone that joins us every week. Your security. Big C, we couldn't do this without you either, sir. I love you, brother, and I'm glad that you're here with us every week. I hope that everything's going well for you up there in the big D, because we're not allowed to say the M word here, you know. That's an inside joke, and one day we'll have to explain, and we will, and we will.
Yeah, don't be cussing.
Yep. Yes, sir. And what was that?
I said I had to get my button ready in case y'all started cussing in here.
Yes, we cannot say the Detroit, but it's in a state up north from us, because we are truly from the OHIO, the Buckeye Nation. We are truly. And again, I just want to thank everyone for being with us, building a network of information, keeping people together, and letting people know that they're not alone through the struggles that they may be having. Again, I want to ask everyone if you could go to your social medias, if you could put in the search bar, Justice for James Cooper. If y'all could please sign that. If you could please share that out. And then on Tuesday night, if y'all could join DJ B Lethal and Miss Kaylee, they're right here talking about it on To Tell the Truth podcast. And they tell the truth. Tonight, like I said, we have some wonderful, wonderful guests. Everyone, welcome. Hello. Thank y'all for joining us. Please introduce yourself. And again, I thank y'all. Again, it's Autumn's Way. You can give your name, remain anonymous, or if you want to give a nickname to go by as well, we're good with that as well. Thank you, everyone.
Well, Miss Peg, thanks for having us. I'm restreaming this out to Twitter and the YouTubes. So can you please give them the place to be able to find you guys and how to get in contact with y'all if they want to?
Yes, sir, Robert. Thank you so much. Again, I am Miss Peg, and we are from Columbus, Ohio, and you can find us on LLR FM. Go to the Zeno app in your Google Play Store. It's free, Google app. Zeno, Z-E-N-O. Put in the search bar, The B-Sides. That's THA, the letter B, SIDEZ. And you're going to find us right here every Tuesday night. And also, there's great other stations as well. You can find us on all social media. I am Peggy-Autumns Rice, Autumn's Way Through, TikTok, all social media. You can Google me. I'm everywhere, and we're always here to help. My phone is usually always on. Contact me, and we will definitely talk about it. And Robert, too, we'd love to know. And DJ B Lethal, sir, please give your information. And Robert, too, we would love to know, sir, your a little bit about you as well. Please give some background about you and all that good stuff.
Well, for
Oh,
me,
definitely. I'm Robert Johnson. My nickname is the Crazy Corpsman. On Twitter, I'm at Crazy Corpsman 22, and that's CORPSMAN. And I'm not sure my Facebook deal. I have to figure that out. Same thing with the YouTubes. I don't know my handle on there. I have to figure that out. So just I'm under my name on there. But I did 10 years in the military. During my time in the military, found it wasn't everything that I was told. You know what I mean? We were lied to a lot, and wasn't really the real reasons why we were over there. When I got out, um, I ended up working a couple jobs for a few years, and ended up dealing with an issue with my home, and got into tenants' rights a little bit. And then Chaz helped me get in contact with Marvin Haynes' sister. Marvin Haynes was a gentleman who had been incarcerated for 19 years wrongfully, and they did a totally cruddy job on the entire investigation. It looks like it was a mob hit, and they needed somebody to go down for it, so they just chose a kid. And that was actually under Amy Klobuchar's reign. And so we were actually through her efforts and through my efforts, and then Kaylee was involved as well. We were able to get in front of the Innocence Project and help them get exonerated. I've helped out on a few cases since then, and just try to fight for people's constitutional rights, because the Constitution should be applied to all. So that's a little bit about me. I keep up on the latest like military tech and stuff like that, and what's going on in the world. Not necessarily your daily headlines, but there's groups behind the scenes that like to plan some stuff, and they're pretty open about it. So I try to keep up on that and let people know what's going on. And tonight I invited Chaz on. I've been on his show before, so I'll let Chaz introduce himself real quick and where you can find him.
Hey, my name is Chaz Neal. I go by the synonym acronym, the Urban Conservative. I really got into this. A little background about me. I kind of woke up when George Floyd happened, so May 25th, 2020. I was basically on the other side of this. I was part of the problem. And when I say part of the problem, I was a drug dealer. I was somebody that didn't really care about others, and I looked out more for myself. Uh, and that really all changed. Been more into the community work, trying to get that change, and that everybody talks about, and hopefully one day that future generations can meet there, can see it. Um, I had met Robert. And that's what he goes by on Facebook. So if anybody, that's his Facebook name, it's the real name, Robert Johnson. Um, but I met Robert, and it's been such a journey, because as being somebody that has been previously incarcerated, and then helping people get out, that then there's no evidence, and seeing that there's evidence that there's police officers that have been killed, and it wasn't the people that did it, or there is crimes that have been done in the community to members, and they're behind bars, they're innocent. And because we have policies or rules, and statute of limitations, and all of that, and a lot of people don't understand that, um, because we're misinformed, we're undereducated. I'm not going to say uneducated, I'm going to say under, uh, because I feel like I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota is where I grew up. And I've actually been out to Akron, Ohio for Jalen Walker. I don't know if that has came up on this podcast or not, about Jalen, but I've been all over the nation, to Little Rock, Arkansas. I've been to Washington, D.C. I've been to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Uh, so it's like I'm excited to be here, and I downloaded Zeno Radio a few weeks ago, and because usually I'm in bed by now, it's like this is like my bedtime, because I think we're an hour apart, But like I said, I'm excited to be here, and this is the B-sides radio, and I'm loving it. I jam out to some of the mixes you have during the day from the 80s and the 90s, and then so I be jamming out and listening. So thank you for having me on, and I'm very excited.
Sir, I appreciate you being here. And it's DJ B Lethal. He is a producer, a beat maker. DJ B Lethal makes commercials. DJ B Lethal has created, he does logos. If you need merchandise, beats, it's like I said, DJ B Lethal is why that we have a place to be, a safe place to be. And I know we're going to be hearing from him in just a moment. But, sir, I truly appreciate you being with us. And it is truly an honor and a pleasure. I'm so excited. We do bring awareness to everything, and we do talk about a lot. We do this. And I appreciate you being with us. I know it's late. And thank you again, DJ B Lethal. Thank you, Chad. Yes, thank you for being with us, sir.
Oh, actually, all you have to do is go to your favorite search engine, whatever it is, and put in llrohio.com. And that will take you to the place where you can find out everything. And I just like being able to give, provide a place for people to talk about stuff that people need to hear and don't have the type of access to, or even know how to find it. Stuff that, people need to know about freely. Not the watered down version, not the like like Chad said, undereducated version, because sometimes they tell you, but they don't tell you everything. Tell you about it, around it, kinda, but nothing. They leave it open ended to where your imagination can run wild. But no, we actually got people that know the lingo, how they move, and can tell you, because they're right. They do the stuff out in the open. I think they have to, in order to what we call get away with it. But they're not getting away with it. We're letting them do it because we're undereducated. Back to you.
And it's funny because the case that Chaz brought up earlier about the officer that got shot up here, he's talking about the 90s case of Jerry Hoff. Okay. And that was a case that was used to help push the crime bill in the 90s. It happened in, I think, 92. And it helped push the 92 and 93 crime bills. And it was a setup. And its setup involved some of the community leaders that are now doing a lot of stuff and now in the forefront today. But they were working with the cops to get the reward money to get off their, or to get on their feet, to get everything started for them. And one of those people is Keith Ellison. And then another one is our Senate leader, Bobby Joe Champion, up here for the Minnesota Senate. And this is information that I got from the streets. People ended up talking to me, giving me more information. And so that's what me and Chaz have been trying to expose, is some of the corruption up here with stuff like that.
Hello? What happened?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello, family.
I'm here.
Hey guys, it's Chris. I just wanted to stop in and tell you guys I love you, and I'm sorry I haven't been on in a while, and I hope everybody's doing good. Uh, just been working a lot, and I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta get to bed.
Christopher, I'm so glad that you
Good to hear
popped
you, man.
in.
I'm still sober.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
still
we know
sober.
that. You're our counselor. You've already, E Hustle's already done gave you a nickname. So, I'm waiting to see your paper, baby. I'm just waiting to see it because I know it's coming.
Yeah,
And
do it old
Christopher,
school.
I want
Get you some now laters or something.
Hey, you better go catch that. You better go catch that refrigerator that's been running.
Silent tennis.
Silence and it's, I love it. Oh, so
it's great.
oh,
I just want to thank you, Christopher, here online, on live, that we're heard in 188 countries. I just want to thank you for all of your inspiration, beautiful writings every morning. It's so inspiring to read all that love, inspiration. And I just want to say thank you and keep it coming. And we love you.
love
And
you guys too. I really miss you guys. I seen that y'all was on, and I was like, I just got back from with my lady. She's been just going through a lot, and I've been trying to I've been talking to her about jumping onto the show, but she's got just a lot going on, and just trying to be the person I need to be for everybody. Is I mean, like you said, that my emotional, my not emotional, but my motivational text, like, is touching multiple lives. I'm talking like I send it out to about 130 people every morning, and there's people, like, I choose one random new person on my Facebook friends to send it out to, and every new person that I pick, they are going through something and they need to hear what I had to say. And I got to thank the good of AA, the good of Heroin Anonymous. I do not do NA. The when I went there, it kind of freaked me out that one time.
Phone still dies fast as fuck, but at least now it charges fast.
I don't know what's going on. keep losing service or something.
well, that was Christopher that popped in. Um, Christopher has been with us, DJ Be Lethal, 4 years, sir. I think 4 years.
Probably like 3 years.
Yes. Yeah. And he's had a long journey, and he has absolutely been in the struggle, been out in the streets, jail. Now, he's out living in a great place, got a job, has a job. So he's doing very well, very well. And we're glad that he still, pops in, says hello. Because it gets really deep. People that's been there understand. And that's why our arms are always open. If we're, we're not here on Tuesday, you can't catch us on Tuesday night. I am available 24/7, pretty much I will be up. I will talk to someone all night if that's what it takes. But again, please, I urge, please call 988 because you will absolutely save a life. And again, Robert, Chaz, yes, it is the work, the words, and again, the information, just everything needs to be talked about. And I'm just grateful that y'all are here. And please, we're just going to pick up, Robert, from you working on the Marvin Hank, to help someone be free. And just everything, your journey to this point, it just has to get out there. So y'all talk, and let's hear this, because we will get into the depths of it. Like, we will pick it apart and look at it and talk about it and put it out there. And again, Robert, thank you so much, sir.
Thanks for having us. So yeah, when I was looking into the Marvin Haynes case, after we got partway through it, none of the things were adding up. The place, the flower shop, had been part of a gambling ring that's really high stakes. Like the FBI had investigated it for 20 years and stuff like that. So as I kept on digging, like, how did we get here? And come to find out, like, there's some corrupt judges and there's some corrupt cops involved, and there's some corrupt community leaders that helped put them away too. And the more I looked into stuff, the more the community started talking to me, and Chaz has some knowledge of exactly who I'm talking about too, and people talk to him too, and so we've been trying to expose the corruption that we see, because things can't change in the community if all the money that's supposed to be going to the community is being laundered. Because like up here in Minnesota, we have I think now it's two major drug rehab places that are under investigation for illegal billing and laundering money. And it just seems to be a pattern and practice up here. That money needs to actually be going to where it needs to go for people to get the correct resources. And they claim to have done certain things for like the community in North Minneapolis that's major minority black people. But what they've done is over the years is they've actually imported a lot of people from other countries instead of taking care of the people that are here. And that's caused a lot of division, because all the white people are saying, hey, we sort of gave you guys all that money, and they're saying, hey, we never got it. Well, all these programs that were set up were not set up for Americans. They were set up for the people they were bringing over. And looking into it, we ended up finding the Horizons program, which started in the 70s. And that was a program that was set up to have a certain group of nonprofits and businesses be able to advise the state and legislator on how they should run the state and the future of the state. Well, these people were part of the World Futures Society, and like Harlan Cleveland, was a big player in it, and he was huge in setting up after World War II the NATO stuff, the UN stuff, a lot of covert ops in the Far East, and he ended up setting up the Aspen Institute and the Humphrey School of Public Affairs. And they've had conferences every so often where the conference on Minnesota's, it's called Minnesota's Future Commission. They get paid to advise the legislator, but it's all behind closed doors. And so that's what we've been exposing here lately, along with some of the corruption with the violence interruption money and stuff like that. I'll let Chaz speak a little bit on that too, and then we can go more in depth depending on what people want to know about.
Well, yeah, because I mean, that was the hard part for me, is like seeing programs being misused in the way that they weren't designed, and not having no oversight for, a lot of the recovery programs of things of, you know, and that's what hurts is because we have such a fentanyl crisis in America, and you see, um, and I mean, I'm all for harm reduction. I'm somebody that's trained with Narcan, uh, but also I've been on both sides. I've been a dealer, and I understand that the drugs out here that are being cut. And if I'm saying too much, please cut me off, or saying I'm saying too much, because I'm unfiltered sometimes. Uh, but it's like they put these drugs in here that make the Narcan really no good, and it's like we have all this fentanyl testing strips, and we have this, you know, um, like these booty bumping kits. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how are we really helping the people if we're really like feeding their addictions and not actually really helping them? And that's the way that I kind of like went into it, because I've shot kids with Narcan that have weren't even using, like, it was, they got hooked on their regular meds like Xanax or Adderall, uh, and then when they couldn't get it from their physician and their psychologist, their psychiatrist, they would get it from the streets, and then all it would take is just one pill, honestly, and not even one pill. Uh, and it just saddens me to see like people still don't understand, even in today's times, uh, that all it takes is just one pill, and we have to deal with mothers, and because that's what I deal with like every day is families that have been traumatized, uh, where innocence isn't enough to overturn a conviction, or just stupid, like so much red tape to try to prove the truth, try to show the truth. uh I don't know, there's just like so many places to go with this conversations, because it's like even with like James Cooper, uh it's like some people still don't realize that there's situations that's still here today that we're not even dealing with, that we're not even comfortable having these conversations, because it's not in our front yard, it's not in our backyard. We can kind of, out of sight, out of mind. We don't have to always, um, look at it, and I don't feel like that it should be like that. We've had how many tragic, I'll say accidents, in just the last couple of days, of a helicopter into uh, a plane crashing, and it's like we're so desensitized because people are quick to grab phones, but not to help their brother and sister, not to help their neighbor. And I don't understand. Well, I do. I understand it now that we're like it's kind of programmed, because if you look at something over and over and over again, you're gonna get desensitized to it. So, I mean, I understand that, but it's like I can't get it where do we lose it our way as helping our neighbor, helping our people that we love, and not judging people, because how I grew up is there was only one person that could ever judge you, and that was God, because no matter what you did, as long as you learned from it, it was a lesson, and you could show other people that you were doing better, and that they can do better. Um, so I really don't get with the drinking water, the bodies found in police, uh, city property or county property, and then there's never no answers. We have to be taxpayers, and a lot of people keep voting the same way, even though they know they're voting for corruption, but because it's always the lesser of two evils. You get either this kind of racism, or you get this kind of racism. You get this kind of classism, or you get this kind of classism. You know, it's all what you really want to deal with, if it's urban areas or if it's rural areas. And so I, I don't really, I get it, but I don't get it. And it's because I was on that side of not caring about other people. And now that I do, and other people don't, it bothers me a little bit.
You're in the right place, Chaz. You're in the right place, because so we've been here for 5 years now doing what we do. Autumn's way through when we lost Autumn, and we're just talking about the tip. We're on just the tip of it, because, and we've talked about it every Tuesday night. The fentanyl crisis, the xylazine, the carfentanil, and everything out there now, Narcan. I mean, this drugs I hear now, xylazine is eaten all the way to the flesh. There's no cure for it. People are absolutely can't walk. They're bent over, and it's turning people into zombies. Truly, it is. This drugs are. Um, these drugs are the number one killer in the whole United States. I am so glad that you are here, sir. Truly, um, I got chills listening to you speak. You know, families are truly, they are suffering. Ashley, that lost her 3-year-old son to fentanyl, that was on with us 2 weeks ago. A 3-year-old. I mean, there's so much that's going on with this. Narcan's not working, and so many people are dying.
Well,
And there so much is going on.
you know, and the messed up part about it all is that, you know, people didn't understand fentanyl at first. They were like, oh, you know, it only comes from a hospital. They didn't understand that there was illicit and then there was hospital fentanyl, you know, and illicit fentanyl, you can smoke it, you know. So when you were smelling burnt popcorn, or, you know, people were smoking things in tinfoil, and they're like, what are they doing? Well, they're smoking fentanyl. And it's like, I wish people would really wake up, because I see it over and over on social media that, oh, you can smoke fentanyl. And it's like, come on, people. I've dealt with cases of where kids have OD'd because it was in their weed. You know, it was sprinkled in there. And it's like, we honestly need to get fentanyl where it's a weapon of mass destruction. That's like, we literally need a petition to Congress to, like, listen, we need to make fentanyl, because we've never seen this, not with heroin, not with meth, not with crack. It's like one time, and people are literally, nowadays, people are dying. And you know, that's what this, I think, about November, October, until, and all the way this year, we're gonna lose so many lives compared to 2021, because that really boomed, you know, overdose deaths. 21, 22, they went down a little bit, but now you're gonna see them go up because of that Xylene, and the fact that people are misinformed. Where this time I'm gonna use not even no, I'm not. We're under, because the education is there, and I don't know if people just, they ignore it, or don't get it, or they just refuse to get it, because it's, yeah, I don't know what to do sometimes. You know, I see over and over every day some story of somebody being lynched, somebody being shot, and that's what, like, uh, you know, last year, um, I did, me and my buddy, we have an organization in Minneapolis, Black Lives the Streets, and we did this initiative last summer in North Minneapolis called Operation Hug the Block. and we followed after a program in Philadelphia, Jamal Johnson, and a lot of people are Jamal Johnson is Dr. Umar's. That's his son. Dr. Umar's is his son. Maybe I said that wrong. Jamal is Dr. Umar's dad. So, and he started stopped killing us in Philadelphia. And if anybody knows about gun violence in your communities, you're gonna know Jamal Johnson, because he's been just like with Tyrone Muhammad. Um, there's so many other people that have been out here fighting the good fight, and honestly, because we call out the Black Lives Matter, or um, foundational Black Americans, the FBAs, or the NAACPs. There's so much to divide us, but how do we unite us? Because they give us the reasons to divide us, but how can we unite us? And that's what, honestly, like, since I've met Robert, and he's really like, I tell my wife, he sends me down the rabbit hole, but is it really the rabbit hole if it's the truth? And that's what I ask myself every day is, how can it be a conspiracy theory if it's the truth, if it's factual, and the same thing of like how we call snitches or whistleblowers, and why do we label or stereotype people doing the correct thing, the right thing, and look at them in a way that people are, it's, even though they're doing right, it's the wrong thing to do. And to me, that's like a psychology type thinking. I don't know, but it's just hearing you speak tonight is, it hurts my heart in ways that I don't know, because I hear you and Dr. B Lethal speak, and DJ B Lethal, and it's just, yeah, it's just knowing that other people across the world, across the nation, are continuing this fight. And there's Malcolm X's, there's Fred Hamptons, there's in every city, in every state, and it's just, it warms my heart to see that there's other people out here doing this.
Appreciate that, man.
You're welcome.
Well, I try to bring a balance to both sides, and Chaz knows I worked with those on the far left. I worked with those on the far right, and I'm sort of like a Constitution guy, and I know there's problems with the Constitution as far as when you go back to the history around that time and all that jazz, but pretty sure the rights enshrined in there apply to everybody fairly and equally. And if it hasn't, we can look at that, but we don't need to compromise that for doing what we're doing. And the government's trying to divide us. The CIA's run most of the drugs with the government, and even before that, before the CIA was involved, I mean, Smedley Butler talked about it. So I mean, we have to talk about the government corruption on both sides and how we got here too, to be able to understand what we're going through.
Yes, that's why we've been here 5 years. Again, it's Air City, people on the street. There's homeless, trap houses. There's people that's trying to walk that can't because they can't stand up in their body. These drugs, it's something different out here now. The drugs now is just death. The next time, and I tell people this, and it really hurts my heart to say this, but I do say this almost every week, because someone needs to hear, families, the next time that someone uses, it could be the last time they use, to please tell their family how they want to be buried, where, when, and pick out their music. And let their family, let someone know. Because it's to the point of everything that's supposed to cure us is making a lot of people sick. The stuff that's out here is absolutely, it's bad. It's bad, and it is touching so many family members. And each and every family we have here in Columbus, I think it was 138,000 grandparents that are just raising grandkids because of drugs, because their parents are dead or locked up, but most of them are dead because of these drugs right now. And so, yes, please, Chaz, speak on anything that you would like to say about it, because we do talk about it and we get pretty deep about stuff. Most of the organizations, like y'all said, talk about, we have places here that were supposed to get millions of dollars. They never got it. They're still waiting. Some rehabs, they still haven't got the money. It just nobody knows where it's at. I've even had addicts and ladies of the night. That's what I'm sorry, they're my ladies. They're my, the girls I try to help. I put out cases of water, Narcan, leave them in the community boxes sometimes here and there. But they even say that they give them so much materials, a cooking pot, syringes, everything, needles, testing strips, everything. And it's just, where is people standing there? Where's the information of go to your nearest rehab? Here's some rehab informations that you can get into right now today. Because we have rehabs that you can get into today, but there's so much money in the rehabs, but then there's so many stipulations and rules in most of the rehabs that most of the addicts are suffering from a lot of mental illnesses, and the medications. It's just so much going on with that the help is, it's just so much going on with that. And even DJ B Lethal, I mean, we talk a lot. I mean, he's my producer, also one of my very, very best friends, my family, my brother in this world. We just a family community network. He called me today and he said it was at the hospital today. DJ B Lethal, you want to tell them what was free? I mean, since we're talking about this,
happened by the hospital, and right in front of the emergency room there's a vending machine for what I thought was going to be chips and whatnot, but it was actually a vending machine for harm reduction, COVID test strips, condoms, Narcan, a bunch of other stuff. I didn't know what it was, but I was like, wow. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
And that's what's crazy, because I totally understand, because like I had a stroke last I think it was June. Yeah, it was June.
Hear about that.
No, I'm good. What I'm saying? Thank you.
Speedy recovery, yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even remember who my wife was at first, when I had it. That we laugh about it now, but it was sad because because
I'm sorry.
No, it's good because we can laugh about it now. I mean, then it was kind of like,
I just can't imagine.
After everything that we've done, because like she's helped me. I couldn't talk. I was like for the first 3 months, at least for the first week, I could barely walk. I had to go to speech therapy. I had to go to physical therapy. I mean, it's a godsend. You know what I'm saying? And I wish that everybody had an Ashley in their life. You know, somebody that is loyal and you don't have to worry about if they love you because they're loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? They're loyal to your family unit, like it's yeah. I mean, if you understand, if you have more than just love with a person, then you don't understand what I'm talking about because it's unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. And people don't understand that waking up and uh knowing that no matter what happens through the day is that you have somebody that's right there by you, no matter if it's going to city hall and talking to city councils or going to the state capitol or going to meetings. It's knowing that your rock is always there, and that's you couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, I'm glad you had somebody there for you.
Right,
Especially,
right.
not remembering anything.
Yeah, no, I couldn't at first.
When if people are paying attention to what's going on in Congress, they actually have the Halt Fentanyl Act, and they had hearings on it today. Please contact your senator if you would like more information on it or to talk with them on your views on it. They're also trying to hold some of the online stores where you can get things or like Snapchat and stuff like that accountable for it being allowed to be used to sell illicit products. So if you're interested in advocating for that at all, please do so. My feelings on government regulations are a little bit